Hello guys, all of you who are going through Bell's palsy, I understand what you are going through right now. This journey is difficult, frustrating, and sometimes you feel helpless and you have this question always in your mind, when I would be back to normal. And that's the reason I know you ask this question most frequently on the comment section of my channel, and that is, how long does it take for Bell's palsy to recover? Honestly, I don't have the answer for you guys because every individual is different, and the recovery time or else recovery period for Bell's palsy is also dependent on the level of injury, the immunity level of a person, at the same time the environmental factors and many other things in determining how long it will take for a Bell's palsy to come to absolutely normal or else say completely get cured. Although Bell's palsy takes 3 months of time on an average for a person to get completely recovered, but there are few people who might have to face this problem for longer, and some people might also experience this Bell's palsy, or else some people have to stay with this Bell's palsy for many years altogether. Even though I don't have this answer to tell you when you would be absolutely fine, but in today's video I've got something very important to share with you, and that is a self-assessment method that can help you out in order to monitor how is your progress happening in your journey of Bell's palsy, in order to document your journey of Bell's palsy recovery, and at the same time get some very key insights that you can discuss with your doctor as well as physiotherapist in determining what should be the next steps in order to recover from this problem as soon as possible. So make sure you stay tuned with me on this video till the end. But before starting this video, I would highly recommend you and insist you to watch my previous video in which I have explained the course of facial nerve, how does it functions, and what all muscles are being supplied by facial nerve, in order to understand the upcoming process which I'm going to share with you in this video. The link to this video is mentioned in the description box, as well as it's also linked in the cards above on this video. So let's get started. So the step number 1 is to understand your facial nerve injury. How you can understand is, again, as I mentioned in my previous video as well, talk to your doctor. See what all description or else diagnosis he has said, what he is talking about your recovery time, your level of injury, etc. There must be some diagnostic test would be done for you, especially if your Bell's palsy is a chronic problem. Mostly in the early stages, doctors don't recommend any test, but for the people who are having this persistent Bell's palsy, for them advanced tests like nerve conduction velocity and electromyography test is done. So look at those things and understand first where you are in your journey of Bell's palsy, or else say what is the level of injury that has happened for you in Bell's palsy. And there is one particular gold standard grading scale that can help you out in determining what is your level of Bell's palsy. This particular scale is known as House-Brackman facial nerve grading scale. And here is how this assessment can be done. With the help of this scale, you can set realistic goals for yourself. So, for example, if you are at grade 4, your aim or else mission should be to reach to grade 5. If you are at grade 3, you should always try, or else your effort should focus in bringing your activity level and muscle function level to grade 4. This particular goals will help you out as well as your doctor as well in figuring out what should be the steps that you should take in order to get that fastest recovery. Now the second thing that you should do, and this is the most important thing, is to document your muscle recovery. For this, what you need to do is to take photographs of particular movements, which I'm going to share with you in a moment, and make sure that these pictures you record on every week on the same day. For example, if you are taking pictures of yours on Monday, make sure you take the another set of pictures on the coming Monday. So now let's see what are the movements that you should perform and click pictures of. In order for the first test, that is for frontalis muscle, what you need to do is very simple. Just raise your eyebrows like this. Once you are raising this, click a picture. Next movement that you need to do is for this muscle called as orbicularis oculi. Orbicularis oculi is a muscle that surrounds your eyelid and is responsible for your closure of eye. So, in order to test this muscle, what you just need to do is just try to close your eyes as tight as possible, like this, and click a picture of this movement. Simple. Coming to the next movement, this is for assessing or checking your muscle, which is called as corrugator supercilii. This muscle is responsible for our movement, which is frowning, like this. And in order to assess the muscle activity, what you need to do again is just do this movement and click a picture. Now, coming further, you need to assess the movement of this particular muscle, which is called as orbicularis oris. This muscle is located, or else you can say surrounds your lip region. Now, this particular muscle has got various fibers and hence it is responsible for many movements. So, in order to test the activity of this particular muscle, you need to check with various movements and activities. Like activity 1 for this is pouting, and take a picture of this. Next is filling air in your mouth. Click a picture of it. And the third is try to whistle or else blow air out of your mouth. So all of these movements are done with the help of this muscle called as orbicularis oris. Once you have taken pictures of this, let's move on to the next muscle, which is buccinator muscle. This muscle is responsible for our smiling, at the same time spelling of certain words. So in order to check the activity or strength level of this muscle, what you need to do is take a photograph of your smile. Next, you need to spell words like a and then click a picture. Next, spell word E and then take a picture. Coming forward, spell the word B and take a picture. And lastly, spell the word V and take a picture. Now, the next muscle that needs to be assessed is called as zygomaticus muscle. This muscle is your cheek muscle and is responsible again for your wider smile and takes the corner of your mouth upwards towards your cheek region. So, in order to check this muscle, you need to smile little more wider, like this, and take a picture. The next muscle is mentalis muscle. This is a chin muscle and is located in your chin region and is responsible for the movement of your lower lip region. So if you want to check the activity level of this muscle, what you need to do is very simple. Just bring your lower lip forward, like this, and click a picture. And the last muscle is muscle called as platysma muscle, which is located in your neck region. Now this muscle functions when we are in horror or surprise and we kind of tighten our neck region, something like this. Whenever we do this, the muscle will get activated. So if you have to check the activity of this muscle, what you need to do? Just do this movement and click a picture. So now, once you have clicked all this picture, make sure you click this picture every single week on the day that you have decided for yourself. It could be Monday, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, any day. But what here the importance is, you should always check on the same consecutive day. Every Wednesdays or Mondays, it's up to you. Now, once you have done this, now next thing that you have to do is to figure out your goals, or else find out where all the movement is improving and where all you need to work more or else need some more attention. Now here the key is to again grade your muscles activity. How to grade this muscle? For that there are two ways. One is your facial nerve grading system. Here you need to grade your muscle activity again from 0 to 5. So let's see how this is done. If your muscle strength is just of grade 1, that means there is no movement possible in your facial muscle, that particular facial muscle. Or else you can say there is no contraction available. If there is flickering or else very minimal contraction seen on that particular muscle, then you can grade that muscle grade 2. When your muscle strength or else say muscle activity is at grade 3, which means you are able to initiate the movement but unable to finish it. For example, when you are trying to smile, You are able to initiate your smiling, but you are not able to complete your smile as similarly as to your normal side. In grade 4, you are able to manage to complete the movement, but still there is a visible abnormality or else visible discrepancy from both sides of your face. And fifth is where your muscle is absolutely normal and you are able to contract as efficiently as your normal side. You need to grade your muscle strength and give the score to each and every muscle that you have assessed in your previous practice. Now here you can also check for synkinesis. Now what is synkinesis? Synkinesis is nothing but the involuntary movement that happens on your facial area post Bell's palsy. Synkinesis happens due to misfiring of the nerve, or I'll say the nerve regenerates but in a wrong manner. So for this, you need to look at the mass movement that's happening on your face. For example, whenever you are trying to smile, what all movements are happening on your face? Or else whenever you are trying to eat or chew something, or else trying to close your mouth, you have to see, is there any abnormal movement happening along with that or not? In order to check this, you can again grade the movements on following scale. If the grade is 0, which means none, there is no synkinesis or mass movement seen. You will grade yourself 1 when there is mild synkinesis seen, which means there is very minimal level of eye closure happening whenever you are trying to smile, or else very minimum movement of face happening whenever you are trying to close your eyes. You have to look at that. You would grade yourself grade 2 or else say moderate level of synkinesis when there is an obvious synkinesis but it's not disfiguring, which means whenever you are trying to smile, although there is muscle contraction happening but it's not visible. The front person or else anybody is not able to make out that your other muscle is also contracting. And the last score is grade 3, which you would grade yourself severe whenever you are trying to smile. Your eyes will also close, or else any other similar kind of mass movement will happen. So now, since you have gathered lots of data, what you have to do with this data? Now this particular information is gold mine for you as well as for your doctor. Make sure you share all this information with your doctor as well as your physiotherapist. And make realistic goals for yourself in collaboration with your doctor. You can determine how much exercise is required based on this information. You can also determine where all the muscles are getting synkinesis and relaxation is required, or else where you need to slow down in your particular activity. Definitely, if you are experiencing synkinesis or you feel that some mass movement or involuntary movement is happening on your face, especially before 21 days, then make sure you slow down in your activity levels. At the same time, if you are someone who is having Bell's palsy which is less than 21 days, you should also ensure that you do not overdo the exercises, because that's the phase when the nerve is regenerating. If you overdo exercises, what will happen? Your nerve will misfire or else will regenerate in a wrong direction, causing to synkinesis problem. Hence, the exercise should be very gentle. Ideal repetitions, what you can do is around 5 to 10 repetitions for each movement, whichever I have mentioned in my 21 exercises video. Now, once you have crossed that duration of 21 days, then mostly your nerve would have got regenerated. Yes, in many people it takes more time. Hence, it is very important to have doctor or else your physiotherapist closely paying attention to your recovery levels. And once you have crossed that, then if you are finding that particular muscles or else some set of muscles are kind of weaker, then you can progress or else increase the frequency of exercises. And if you feel synkinesis is happening or your muscles are getting tighter in certain area or you feel stiffness in particular muscles, then you can incorporate massage techniques, at the same time facial stretching techniques for your recovery as soon as possible. So friends, this was a brief about how to self-assess your recovery from Bell's palsy and how this particular information can help you in determining your recovery from it. I hope you find this information useful. If yes, make sure you like this video, share it with someone who is going through Bell's palsy, and for more videos, subscribe to our channel. See you next time. This is physiotherapist Meghana signing off. Bye-bye.